Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. A good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the red rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Number 82. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Dalton off play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to those former level.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Geno now to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Number 87. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Smith throwing again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled already down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Genty will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field and then score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7. Bears
5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
At the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Barlow. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Here is 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Dalton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now Geno. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the zone read to give to Genty. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Looking to put a drive together. Play action here with Dalton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. They work now on 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for you.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You know, at this is the regular season part that we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Jeanty. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Smith now to throw. And quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd and 4.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Jeanty. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
At his 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Smith going to try and run with it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 12. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47.
Play action. It's Smith. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Smith. And he will
find his man on the outside.
Second and a couple.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
They'll come up now, third and 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up third and 3.
To throw is Smith.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a pickup.
This second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 33-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The tackle by Leonard Williams.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Ginty.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Smith.
At the 17-yard line.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Number 87. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
Back to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears have got it back to within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. There's the stiff arm. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. And one down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Smith. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
Ashton Jeanty ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Matt Araiza now.
pulled in at the 24. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll try and do this himself. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Geno going to hand it to Jeanty.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
out of the gun, Smith.
At the 39.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Jeanty.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing is Smith.
They'll get this out to Jeanty.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Geno that'll throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run straight ahead with Jeanty.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 50, it's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Smith. It's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Looking to put a drive together. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or they're starting to look like a good offensive football team.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
Araiza in punt formation.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
Nope.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted it with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm finished, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, man, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 69 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or tracks because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team winning. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And the Bears first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First down. 1st and 10.
Passing, it's Dalton. And the Raiders have got him.
Quiddy Pay.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
From midfield here, Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Up the middle, it's Jeanty. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, a nice burst there as they take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno.
He'll drop this underneath for Jeanty.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
2nd and 3.
Now a hand off to Jeanty.
And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Smith now to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now he winds up incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect.
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers
From 8 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's what really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in. They kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them. Get out there now and get some points on this drive.
First down.
Dalton sets up play action.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Dalton. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raiders offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers.
Now Geno. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We'll go down. It's a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Jensen.
That's a space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12. At the
They'll try the air now with Smith.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
That is own 9-yard line.
And Dalton to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Dolphins pass.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
And Dalton just sneaking. And he will have the Bears first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's good for a Bears first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Dalton. From the left side, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
First down. A gain of 37 yards. First down, Bears.
To throw here, Dalton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back.
Complete to number 32. Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Dalton here from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Another chance for Dalton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So Dalton now. Complete. Smith has it.
Dalton's pass.
2nd down and 3.
Number 88. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Dalton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
4 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
To number 82.
From 3 yards out. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it?
Loose inside the 30.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
2nd down and 8.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A gain of 2.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock.
Fighting through, he's got space.
Inside the 10.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So as big first half continues, his third touchdown already. They'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride it, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios of the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And able to get this out to the 25. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 30 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
At the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Spilling away. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Third
and
3. It's a pickup of 13. Leads to third down and 3.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Bishop.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
10 more there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Jack Bash brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the keeper.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Mendoza. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
So they're working with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Looking to throw. Mendoza.
Oh, and that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll try the left side. Barlow. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
41. Bears.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings
on third down, they drop to throw. Now the pressure comes.